Hello guys, Namaste, Adab, good morning, good evening, whichever part of the world you are in. Very welcome to my channel and hope you will enjoy the lovely recipes I create. Hello guys, have you hit the subscribe button yet? If you haven't, go and do it now before you watch the video. So guys, today I'm going to make a recipe of dosa. There's various kind of dosas available. Okay, so we're going to make a sort of instant dosa. That means it doesn't require fermentation. Usually batter of dosa requires overnight sort of fermentation. Okay, so we don't have that sort of time, but the reason I'm doing this recipe because this is a favorite of my family. They absolutely love it, and it was only recommended to me a couple of years ago of one of my friends, Suri from Poland, and he lives in Poland, but he is South Indian, and the dish comes from that part of the world. And I never thought of this recipe to be so exciting because the other types of dosa, the masala dosas, the plain dosas, they are so popular that we forget about some of these kind of dosas, and you never choose them even on a menu when you go to a restaurant. This was only tried by me a couple of years ago, and we are a fan of it. My wife loves it, children loves it. So I want you guys to follow this recipe and see. It's really top class recipe. Okay, so we're just gonna make a batter out of these ingredients. I have plain flour here. Okay, now I have rice flour, so just a dry ground rice. Okay, then we have fine semolina. You can use coarse semolina if you have. These three ingredients are really important for this dish, so you really, without that, it's not really suitable to make. Okay, then we're gonna add salt to it. Okay, I'm just gonna give it a mix as is, so basically mixing the dry ingredients in. Okay, so once that is nicely mixed up, we're gonna add the yogurt. Okay, give that a mix as well. And then we're going to add water to just slowly, to avoid any sort of lumps. Okay, when you make a thick sort of batter in the first attempt, it's better. Okay, yeah, a little bit more. Okay, rest of the water. Okay, so this is a quite thin batter, so we're going to need more water in it. Okay, now the exact amount of water will be given to you on the recipe. Now the tiniest bit of water will always vary depending upon what kind of flour you have used. Okay, so just aiming for a thin batter. Okay, once it's nicely mixed up, we're gonna add our red onion, finely chopped. Gonna add the cumin seeds, chopped up curry leaves. I've used the dry curry leaves here. You can use fresh ones. Fresh ones are better if you can get a hands on it. And then I'm going to add the coriander to it. Okay. So guys, our batter is now ready. Okay, the batter is quite liquidy. You can see it's very watery sort of batter. That's exactly what we're looking for. Okay, and that will spread on the pan, and it will give a crispy sort of texture. Okay, it will need a rest for around half an hour or so. Okay, and that what will do, the flour will actually swell up and it might soak liquid, so you need a little bit more liquid to thin it down. Okay, so what we're going to do is give it a rest for half an hour, and then we are ready to make the pancakes. Okay, so you can see I have a very old sort of pan, which is the non-stickness of that is gone. So just a half a tablespoon of oil, just put all that around the pan. Now I don't want it to sizzle, so I'm just going to take a little paper and just rub that oil all around, because you don't want it to sort of shallow fry in that oil if there's oil sitting on it. Now our batter, just give it a mix. Just drizzle the pancake batter on the pan. Okay, as soon as it has kind of stick to the pan, just give it a little bit of drizzle of oil all around and a little bit in the middle. Once the pancakes start to show a bit of color, you give it a bit of scrape on the sides first. Quickly see the color is coming out beautifully. Just gonna give it another 40-50 seconds. I'm just gonna fold it into half. You can see how beautiful coloring is on there, and nice and crispy. So our dosa is now ready. The beautiful crisp. I love the flavors which have gone in there. Now you can experiment to it. I can add chopped green chili if you like a little bit of spiciness. Just serve with the coconut chutney with it. Okay, the one thing about cooking is you have to remember is the pan is not on a high heat. That will spoil everything because it will cook too fast and it will be very soggy. You want it crispy, as you can see, it's quite crispy sort of pancake. So I don't know what you are doing or what you want to do, but I'm going to kill this. I'm just going to enjoy this because my mouth is watering while I'm talking. So goodbye folks, and give it this a try.